Hello, everyone. Let me check if this stream is going. All right. All right, everyone. It's David Leibowitz with Philosophy Video Game Philosophy, and we are here to play some. We're here to play some. Wait. Let me. Wait. Can't adjust. Okay, we'll just have to leave it like this. We'll just have to leave it like this and start. I'll just start this. Alright.
Wow, the academia sure is busy during the day. But where should we go looking for people that we know?
My boy!
Paimon.
Cyno! It's been so long since we last saw you!
Yes, it's been ages.
Welcome back to Sumeru City. I'm delighted to meet you again.
Yes.
So, what brings you back here?
Oh, nothing in particular. Paimon just saw a really big mushroom out on the road the other day and suddenly missed all our friends in Sumeru.
Okay.
Funnily enough, we were reminiscing about you recently too. It was at a group dinner. I look forward to hearing about your travels. Something tells me we must have a lot to catch up on.
Really? You were thinking of us too? What a coincidence!
Indeed. Or as I call it, the biryani factor.
What the?
You really want me to say the rest? Okay. It's always rice to meet stew again.
Oh, darnies.
You like that one, huh? You must if you remember it after all this time.
Biryani, yeah,
Admit
that's
the
an
truth.
Indian dish.
You have long been in awe of my razor-sharp wit.
Alright. Here's your 500 more.
Oh, right, his dad jokes.
You're exaggerating. It's only 500 mora.
Hey, 500 more is still a lot of snacks to Paimon.
All right. I'll treat you to some desserts later. Anyway, I'm actually investigating a case right now. My mind is focused on work, which is why I didn't complete the joke at first.
A case? What happened?
Nothing major. But after finding out who was involved, I decided, on reflection, to handle this one myself.
Need any help? We only came here to hang out, so we've got the time. You may as well take us with you, and then when you're done, we can, you know...
Enthusiasm. Are you worried I'll forget about treating you to some sweets if you're not around to remind me?
What? No! Alright, was it really that obvious?
Obvious enough. Still, it's a fine idea. You are the heroes of Sumeru. It makes perfect sense to work together. All right, follow me.
Oathkeeper. Might as well. Wait. Where are we going? Where are we going? Huh. Thought we have the quest going.
You see him? The old man flailing around?
Oh, is he the one you wanted to talk to about the case?
Correct. His name is Cyrus.
Cyrus.
A former Spontamont sage. He taught both me and Lisa.
Wait. Oh, right. Lisa got lured from Sumeru. I forget.
Cyno's teacher is in trouble?
It's ridiculous. I'm just an old man who enjoys a spot of gardening, shopping, and wine. What sort of person targets an old retiree?
Professor, I've brought some friends.
Ah, Cyno. Now who do we have here? Hold on, let me think. A flying fairy dressed in white? A youth who does not seem to hail from this land? My goodness. You must be the legendary traveler in Paimon. I've heard all about what you've done for Sumeru.
Wow, looks like we're really famous.
I've told him about you before. You are my friends, after all. That's right. Let me summarize the situation. A couple of days ago, Professor Cyrus suddenly received a threat letter.
A threat letter?
Exactly. Who sends a threat letter to an old man like me, for goodness sake?
This is the letter in question.
Cyrus, I've uncovered your secret. If you wish to prevent it from going public, leave 10 million mora at the back door of the cafe. Secondly, don't come looking for me. You'll never find me. But I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. Finally, if you dare to report this to the Matra, there will be consequences. Wow, they sure didn't mince their words.
Clearly, this person must be desperate for Mora.
10 million mora. What a joke. I'm just a single retiree with nothing to my name beyond the tomatoes in my garden. Where do people think I'm hiding 10 million mora, huh? In my tomatoes?
There are no witnesses. So currently the letter is all we've got. So Traveler, Paimon, let's put our heads together.
Paimon's ready too.
All right, take a look. Do you see anything suspicious?
From Cyno's description, sounds like the threat letter didn't come in an envelope. It was simply written on a crude piece of paper and left to Cyrus to find.
Yes. Some of the strokes are blurry.
So is there something wrong with the ink?
Possibly. And I bet the paper has something to do with it.
Most of the paper around here is much smoother than this, and the ink is absorbed quickly so it doesn't run. This paper, meanwhile, it's very coarse-grained, almost as if it's made from some sort of plant matter.
It's certainly not the same paper as we use in the academia, but the ink is nothing special. Just regular black ink that gets a blue tinge when applied to paper.
So do we think the culprit has a connection with the academia or not? Wait, check this out. Looks like this part got wet at some point.
Agreed. The staining suggests it was a colored liquid, not plain water. It also looks like it was wiped off with a damp cloth.
A colored liquid. So, tea? Wine?
Looks like we're thinking along similar lines. Let's go talk to Arof. There are some things I'll need him to take care of.
Why is it telling me to keep on... Wrong way. Well, that's where the garden... That's where the garden is. Oh. Never realized that's where the garden to Nahida's place is. Little baby. Alright, we got out of... Wait. Let's... Wait. What's on that?
Mahamatra Cyno. Sir Cyrus. Ah, and the Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while.
As such, I'm inclined to believe that the culprit in this case is a student at the academia. Somebody young and strapped for cash. Oh, one last thing. I'd start your investigation by taking a look at the cafes in the city.
Oh, of course! You think the culprit spilled their coffee on the ladder, huh?
They do look like coffee stains to me. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the letter is written on a type of scented paper that has aromatics added during the manufacturing process. The kind often provided as writing material for customers in cafes and taverns.
Ah, of course. Yes, like they sell in the gift shops. I remember now. Zaha Hadid bought some a while back. She said she was going to use it as wrapping paper for a vase.
Understood. I'll assemble a team to investigate the points of interest immediately.
You have my gratitude.
One last thing. Send some Matra to guard the entrances and exits of Sumeru City. And change into plain clothes. Don't let them see you coming.
Will do.
Great thinking, Cyno. So, where do we think the culprit's at, right? Yeah, they've probably been lying low at home.
You're right, Paimon.
Really? Which part?
The culprit's approach. Whatever happens, they need this Mora. But just because they warned Professor Cyrus not to go to the Matra, doesn't mean they know what he'll do next. So, like you said, they need to wait and see. And crucially, the culprit said they'd be watching the professor's every move.
Huh? Wait, are you saying...
Found you!
What are you doing?
You wrote the threat letter.
I don't know what you're talking about. What threat letter?
Is that Christian Lamont?
I sensed someone was watching us from the shadows the moment we entered the House of Dana. You managed to stay relatively well hidden for someone reckless enough to threaten Professor Cyrus. There are a lot of people here, but we were looking specifically for Arav. Whoever followed us the whole way was likely to be the culprit.
I was just listening in, that's all. You know something big's going down when
Maybe it's not
Mahamatra
Christian.
Cyno shows up, right?
Maybe it's not Christian Lamont.
I got a little curious.
You smiled when Arav left. I saw it as clear as day.
Is smiling a crime now?
There are coffee stains on the letter. You mixed some coffee with water, gently smeared it onto the paper, then wiped it off with a wet cloth. All to create the impression that the letter was written at a cafe. Closing off the exits to the city doesn't affect you, because you already live here. And as long as the Matra were focused on the cafes, you would be free from scrutiny. The cafe was a red herring all along. You had to be somewhere where you could monitor the professor's movements.
You can't pin this on me. I haven't done anything.
Really? Then why are you shaking like a leaf? The innocent have no reason to fear the Matra. But you, your heart's racing, and your eyelids are twitching. You're a terrible liar.
I would never...
Don't try anything or you'll pay the price. Now come with me.
Well, that was over quickly. Cyno already caught the guy.
But we have 3 more hours.
You're telling me. One minute I go out for a quick smoke, the next minute I see Arav already on his way back to meet up with Cyno. Looked like a young guy, too. Couldn't have been much more than 30. But after what he's done, I'm afraid he's ruined his whole future.
Everyone, it's all over.
Gosh, that was so fast.
The culprit's name is Uraka, a 16-year-old student in the Rataoist Darshan.
Huh?
16? Cyrus thought he looked 30-something.
We checked his records. He's 16, a third-year student.
But he looks so old.
Yeah, seriously.
Foolish child. He's too young for the criminal life. What the devil drove him down this path?
We questioned the culprit regarding his motives. He,
Oh, just spit it out. Nothing can surprise me at this point.
very well. It's our understanding that Araka is a mediocre student who has been underperforming in his classes. He started taking extra tutoring to improve his grades, but developed a gambling habit around the same time and lost a lot of mora. Down on his luck, he went to the tavern for a drink and overheard some people chatting about Sir Cyrus's comfortable retirement. They mentioned that he's always arguing about his tomato plants with some old woman on the street.
Some old woman on the street? Goodness gracious. Has that rascal attended a single one of his classes? That old woman is Kasharwar's very own professor, Zaha Hadi. How can he not know who Zaha Hadi is?
Is this going somewhere?
Oh, right, yes. So another thing. We don't just argue about tomato plants. And what are they trying to insinuate by comfortable retirement? A man grows a few vegetables and suddenly he's living a life of luxury?
Maybe it's more the fact that you have the time to grow vegetables in the first place.
Araka mentioned he'd heard a rumor, alleging that Sir Cyrus illegally obtained a large sum of money from the desert before retiring, and kept it for himself instead of reporting it to the academia. Araka believes this money to be the reason why Sir Cyrus hasn't kept up with any academic research or other projects since his retirement. And given your advanced age, he thought you'd be an easy target to blackmail.
Oh, Araka. I'm at a loss for words. I'm so angry I don't know where to start.
People make up rumors all the time. I am quite confident that Professor Cyrus has never embezzled a mora in his life.
Arav, you'll have to find some excuse to interrogate Araka again later. I need you to deliver a few firm fistfuls to him on my behalf.
I completely understand how you feel, Sir Cyrus, but I'm afraid that course of action goes against the Matra's principles.
Professor, there's no need to be childish about this.
Oh, come on. I was clearly joking.
Okay. Where does this go from here?
The academia will determine the appropriate disciplinary action against the student. And as for the individuals spreading rumors about the professor's obsession with tomatoes and some old woman on the street, there could be a slander case here. The Matra will continue to investigate.
Who said I'm obsessed with some old woman on the street? Mind your wording or you'll start a whole new rumor. You seem confused. Oh, don't you understand? Uraka is just a young boy who made a very rash and very stupid decision based on some groundless rumor he heard. Besides, I didn't actually hand over any mora to him. The whole thing sounds a lot worse than it is. All it costs me is a little reputational damage. That's all.
Please rest assured, Professor, that the academia will issue a fair and reasonable punishment.
Yes, I have no doubt about that. But as a former educator, I'd still like to have a serious conversation with the boy's parents. Their family lives in the city, yes?
Correct.
We looked into the family. Both parents are merchants and they're often away on business. They've never taken much of an active role in their children's lives.
Damn.
Oh, what a mess. You don't have to seal the evidence away yet, do you? I'd like to have that letter back for the time being, if possible. I need something concrete for when I talk to the family tonight. We have to show them how serious this situation is.
The relevant authorities have already reviewed the evidence and are now discussing Araka's punishment. You can hold on to the letter for now. Just make sure to return it within a couple of days.
Oh, so you'll be able to close the case in 2 days?
Give or take. Cases like this are quick to resolve.
Very good. Well, thank you for all your help. Perhaps we can all go for a meal together. Oh, my treat, of course.
My apologies, Sir Cyrus, but I have a prior commitment. Enjoy the meal, everyone.
Ah, I see. Well, that's a pity. But Cyno, you have to come. You found the culprit at record speed, and I owe you for that. Ah, and isn't Tighnari in town at the moment? Bring him along, too.
Tighnari!
You mean Tighnari's in the city?
He is. Tighnari's master, Sir Nephis, called him and Kale to the academia
Kale!
to help out on a project. They should be at Nephis's office at this hour. Though I
Ooh,
must
the
say,
Subaru crew!
I'm surprised you're extending an invitation to Tighnari. Did you do something to offend Sir Nephis?
Don't be outrageous. Nephis offends me all the time. It's never the other way around. Anyway, hurry up and fetch Tighnari. I'll head over to the tavern with the Traveler and Paimon. See you there. Go on now. Don't keep us waiting.
Alright, let me see if anyone's here. Just getting a friend. Alright. Alright. Good. Alright. Well, we just got through the stupid part. Now we're hopefully, now we actually get to see the Sumeru crew. I'm hype. Alright. Loading speed. I should have just walked out.
Like this at Ratawa Hist back when I was still teaching?
Christina and Zach are here.
You can ask them. They were students at the time. They'll tell you what it was like, won't they?
I was out in the forest at least 4 days a week.
Yeah, it's the wimpy kid.
Colossal workload from Master. It wrought havoc on my poor tail. So I didn't exactly keep up to date with what was going on at the Academia. Most of what I know, I heard from Cyno after the fact.
Professor's become a lot more laid back in his retirement. He used to be far stricter, and was especially known for being extremely principled.
Wow. It's hard enough to stay true to your principles as a normal
Christina.
person. I can't imagine doing that as a sage.
It's a pity Kale wasn't around at the time. I would have happily taken her on as a student.
And then we'd have one more person who has to address Lisa as upper-class woman.
I still can't get over that Lisa studied in Sumeru, but it makes perfect sense.
Really? Can't you just call her
Did
Lisa?
Mona study
She
there
seems to
too?
prefer people treat her like an older sister.
Mona studied from M, right? From M, Miss M, whatever.
Oh, believe me, back when she was a student, nothing made her happier than the younger students acknowledging her seniority.
Yes, Mama.
Whoa, more food? Are you sure about this? We don't want to take advantage.
Greg who does? Oh, yes, Greg Heffley. Yes.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Yes, Greg Heffley.
Order whatever you like, and if it's not enough, order some more. After all your help today, treating you to dinner is the least I can do.
I thought I heard some familiar voices.
Oh my God, the whole class is here. Are we gonna see Al-Haytham too?
Oh, Kaveh, it's been a while. Zahahadi was talking about you last month. How have you been?
I've been all right, thank you. You're looking very well, sir. I'm glad to see it.
Have you eaten yet? Care to join us?
That's awfully kind of you, but I had a late lunch, so I'm not really hungry just yet. I'll have dinner a little bit later tonight. I just came to Lombard's to buy some wine, and when I heard some voices I recognized, I thought I'd come and say hello. So what's the occasion, anyway?
Some sort of celebration?
Consolation, more like. You wouldn't believe the day I've had.
Sounds like things have really gone downhill since I was there. My whole time as a student, I've never heard of anything remotely like that.
I can't believe how young the guy is. What are his parents going to think?
Young people are always more susceptible to making rash and ill-advised decisions. Their minds are still developing. It's just an unfortunate fact of life.
Let this kid. This kid does not deserve to have his life ruined, okay? This kid does not deserve that. I mean, this is a Chinese game, so that makes sense, but he would be, but come on. He did a rash thing. Let him have hopefully the punishment is reasonable, and hopefully that means it's actually reasonable, and not, like, this. Get the guy some support. That's what the restorative justice is, and Cyrus doesn't seem to actually care.
But still, this boy has some nerve. Just look at what he wrote. Oh, it makes my blood boil.
Wow, yeah. Jeez.
I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. And then he just followed you into the house of Dana?
Justice for Uraka!
If this were my son, he'd
So-
get the scolding of a lifetime. Oh.
Luckily, I'm also an extremely principled person.
Cyno, please don't ruin this guy's life.
Kave! Your order's ready, sir!
Coming. I'll have to get going. Have a nice evening, everyone. I'll catch you all another time.
We're gonna see Al-Haytham.
Here I am. The coffee beans are in here too.
Yep, it's all there.
I still wonder now that I'm done with, like, what the actual prereqs for this quest are.
I'll stop babbling away now.
Obviously, you have to
Let's
finish
eat
Sumeru and
before the
Cyno's
food gets
first
cold.
quest. Aw, dang. My internet connection. Well, that makes sense. I'm guessing they've assumed you've done Fontaine, even though they don't, like, I mean, that's what happened after, so.
Oh, too tasty.
Oh, so you don't have to do Tainari's and Al-Haytham's? Okay.
Oh, mine too. I'll have
I
to
don't know.
walk
Some
home
of the
to burn some
prerequisites were kind of stupid for the previous ones, but yeah, it's like especially having to freaking do Kazuha's quest to get Wanderer. Yeah. No,
Thanks for dinner, Sir Cyrus. Master Tainari.
in
and I will
all
have
of the
some homemade tea
prereqs,
next time.
all of the
Something wondrous
prereqs
for you,
needed
sleeper.
for the Chasm quest.
Well, I look forward to that. In fact, could I trouble you to bring a little extra for the other old folks on my street?
No problem at all. I'll pack some up and bring it over.
I'll see you all later. I better head home now and tend to the crops.
Good night, Professor. Don't let those tomatoes keep you up too late.
Hey, my tomatoes are serious business. I am not about to be beaten by Zaha Hadid. Anyway, I'll be leaving now. Don't stay up too late now, children. I bid you all a good night.
Take care. Have a safe trip home.
Yeah, but honestly, less prereqs is better. Like, give yourself more freedom.
Now, we finally have
Like
some pasta.
Honkai really should have Honkai is very libertarian on its prereqs. Like it really should be like you should do Bailu's. Like I would feel like there should be a chain of like, of the Dan Heng Bailu quest or the Bailu quest first, but you can do them in either order. And though it feels like you would do the Bailu quest solo, the Dan Heng's in Bailu, but I did the other one in the other order.
What do
It
you mean
didn't really
last
matter.
time?
Well,
It's like, oh,
I was talking with Tainari and Kale, and since we all have some free time, we thought we could all go camping together. Think of it as our way of welcoming you back to Sumeru.
yeah, this quest fits a lot better as like Sumeru fan service
Camping?
than just doing it. But I'm sure it's gonna slap anyway. It'll slap whenever you do it.
Right? It's been so long since we did something fun together. I can't wait.
Oh, Kale.
Everyone, let's meet tomorrow afternoon at the riverbank to the southeast of Gandharvaville. No need to bring anything. We've already packed everything for the trip. Just...
You got it.
Great. Then we'll see you tomorrow.
Ooh. Okay, why does it say I have commission? I thought okay. I thought I've already got my commissions.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Yeah, I've already. Yeah, me still at 40. Alright. Oh no. Okay. Now this is the problem. Okay, I'm gonna have to quickly... Oh, okay. So I'm gonna have to quickly switch to settings. To switch my control type to keyboard. So I can do this. Just move this way. There we go. Wait. Come on. Just gotta adjust. Wait, no. There we go. Wait, no. Wait. There we go. Okay. And then now switch back from keyboard to controller. I like that. I very much prefer that Honkai. That Honkai lets you use both keyboard and controller at the same time. Like this, now doing this with controllers, like what the fuck? Oh dang! I just used the F bomb. Whatever. The stream ain't getting views anyway. But still, why does my commissions thing have? What's with my commissions? Whatever. I've already claimed my commission. Whatever. Okay. Well, now we can do this. Anyways. Wait. When do we have to go? 14 to 0. Okay. Alright. Wait. Claim the commission points? I didn't claim the commission points? That might be... Okay, how do I do commissions on a...
Kinda set up. Let's head to the southeast of Gandharvaville and meet up with the others.
Let's see. No, it's just... No. I got the commit. No. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's the no. It was definitely the region. I don't know why that was. I have all the regions. I have all. I have region. Oh, it's because I switched platform. Okay, that's why. Oh, one more, and we get them to level 2. Oh, if you give me a little.
Wow, you guys are ahead of the game. You set up the tents already.
I'd say we're right about on schedule, actually. We were aiming to have them set up before you arrived.
Traveler, Paimon, let's go fishing together. Whatever we catch, we can grill for dinner tonight. You got it! Dinner's on us tonight! I hope I can contribute too. The other Forest Watchers gave me some fishing tips a little while ago. I'm really looking forward to giving them a try.
I saw some
I'm
very
sorry.
mushrooms in the area,
I'm
so I'll leave
sorry.
you for us. I'll leave them here
Well,
along with some
tell me where one more Dendroculus is, and we'll get it to level 2.
Watcher is the way to go.
I still don't have my Animo statue at like
This
as
is
high
true.
as it should be.
I don't think I've ever had a single rough day in this forest.
So, how has everything been going for you?
Well, there's been some high points and low points, but we've had some unforgettable experiences along the way.
I see. Oh, in that case, you should try a Valberry. I bought some from the market this.
A valuable suggestion. Just don't bury your feelings. using
Okay, I
food.
honestly haven't really seen Cyno's dad joke.
Wanted
Dad
to
jokes are.
recommend something bittersweet.
I don't think Cyno is hot. I know that's the thing that he's about dad joke.
For fruit tea. I'm gonna go fetch some stuff.
Top of the.
She sure made a run
Is
for it.
and you think that's one I haven't found?
Unbelievable. She made a run for it.
So Kale chose the path of tactical retreat. Could it be she foresaw what shall soon come to pass? My dear friend, you know what I am about to say. Excellent. A kindred spirit. A great warrior can sense when a duel is nigh.
It's time to duel, and Cyno's
It
VA
is
doesn't
difficult
play
to
that much.
rough If we start playing now, let's enjoy the nature for a while longer.
Because Yu-Gi-Oh reference. Because I am Yami Yugi. No, let me actually play him. Let me play him no. Let me actually play him, and then I'll get my butt whooped. Actually, don't. I haven't even finished that. You're right. No, I can't because I haven't finished that thing.
We got a bite!
I'll reel it in.
Firewood, spices, snacks, and drinks. Everything's ready. Once Kale gets back, we can light up the fire and start grilling. There are 3 tents. Which one do you two want to take?
How about the one on the left? Well, Paimon just thinks the ambiance here is a little better.
True. But it's also the closest to the water.
Well,
It's
that
where
one
he's-
definitely, but
Well, that's no good.
Anyone would think you were sealing the gates to King Deshret's mausoleum.
Excellent. Then this tent will be an impenetrable fortress.
is this gonna turn into the Persona 4 camping trip?
Ready for the barbecue? Always.
Are Tainari and Kale gonna?
Oh, it smells so good. Paimon's drooling.
Duel? Did you just say
Someone
dueling?
sure is desperate to eat. I think it's time to add the seasoning. How do you like your skewers? Well done? Medium? Rare?
Medium rare. That's what I like.
What? Isn't that just for steaks? Hey, if it works for steak, maybe it works for other things too.
Medium well for me.
Oh no, Cyno. No.
Now then.
At least you didn't say
It'll be a
well.
few more
You know
minutes
that.
for anyone who wants theirs well done.
People who I can't imagine people who like things well done. I just can't. It's just bark.
Oh, that was so
Who
delicious.
likes things well
If Paimon's stomach had space, she'd eat 3 more skewers.
But your stomach, but my
I ate a
stomach
lot
is
too.
so tiny.
Here comes the food coma.
If you're tired,
Little
go
babies.
rest.
You must be getting sleepy too, Paimon. Why don't you guys head to your tents? Cyno and I will clean up.
Tonight I show you mercy. Our sacred duel will take place another day.
I have not finished the TCG quest. I have cards now. I have cards. Yeah, it's like if you play. girl.
Paimon's struggling to keep her eyes open.
Sweepy babies.
Oh, don't forget this. The staff of the Scarlet Sands.
Oh my god.
Wait, you were actually being serious about that?
It's a very powerful weapon. Try it.
Yes, the weapon that I don't have.
Fair enough. You sure you don't want it?
What the?
Yeah, Paimon's sure. We'll be fine. And even if we do get an uninvited guest in the night, Paimon will be here to take care of the traveler.
That reminds me of a parting king of invocations. I'll tell you about it tomorrow.
Is Cyno a nerd?
It's time to rest.
Obviously, okay. Cyno is a nerd, just like his. Yeah. This camping trip has really relaxed me. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. In the peace and tranquility of nature's warm embrace lulls you into a restless sleep.
I think they should all be here. Traveler?
Oh, Hytham!
Are you in there? Could you come outside for a sec?
Look at
We
this.
were. No, I'm not gonna make a joke.
What's this sword doing here? Is it supposed to keep out intruders?
Yes.
Evidently.
Huh? Who is it? Oh, what time do you call this?
His voices, I recognize them.
Paimon's gonna take out the sword.
Okay, this is honestly Paimon's best acting. Not best, but
Oh, hey them, Kave! What are you doing here? It's the middle of the night!
yeah, it wasn't really in his first quest. He was just Mr. Serious.
Sorry to wait.
I feel
for
like
us
even
at
his
this hour
dad
of the
jokes
night.
too were in only in
We've got a
events.
situation on our hands.
Let's get dressed and talk about it outside.
Something has come up, and since it pertains to Cyrus and Cyno, I deemed it essential to inform you all.
Yes.
Whoa, back up. Let's start from the beginning.
Flareon, how long have you been playing this game since day one? I feel like you've told me this. Have you been playing this game since day one?
Where'd the wine cups go? I could have sworn I left them here after I washed them. Ah, there they are.
Always
I'll have a cup too.
Can you see if the cookies are still on the table?
Yes, my boyfriend.
They are, and so are the fruits.
Oh, this is so bland. I should have gotten a few bottles of what Cyno's group was drinking last night.
Do tell. What were they drinking?
Before Inazuma?
Oh,
Were you
right,
playing
I
before
forgot to mention.
Inazuma?
So, I ran into Cyrus yesterday evening when I went to the tavern to pick up some things. He was hosting a dinner for Cyno, Tighnari, Kale, and the Traveler and Paimon. Anyway, they got a bottle of Lombard's new vintage for the table. At least I think that's what it was.
I think I started in Genshin towards the beginning of when Sumeru came out of 3.0. Right before, like during the beginning of 3.0.
You know what it's about, right?
And then really like binge the story towards the end of 3.0. The ends of 3.0 through Fontaine. Like, I think I really binged it. Like, yeah, like literally the last couple updates of 3.0, and then the beginning of Fontaine, and then finally was caught up. Was finally caught up.
Oh, Cyrus showed me the extortion letter too.
By 4.2.
This beautiful pattern on it that I've never seen before.
By 4.2.
Give me a sec.
I was there and caught up. I think I actually started binging a bunch of story quests and then did Fontaine.
Okay, done. Take a look. You see what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen writing paper like this around before.
That's why I've only been active since Sumeru.
Interesting. These are all motifs associated with the tribes of the desert.
Yeah, I think I showed Wesley.
What? Really?
Lewis, the story quest.
Looks like
the Shunha's quest.
Similar to the
like
kind
when I
found on
finished
some
it.
ancient palaces. And the crisscrossing and mirroring here.
Okay, let's see what actually happened.
I recognize that too. It bears a striking resemblance to an ancient emblem.
A fire emblem?
Used in a very long time.
Whose emblem is it?
It's the emblem of the Temple of Silence.
Oh no! Isn't his theme called the Order of Silence? Oh! So, as I was saying, yeah, Hermanubis was actually a real god. Some Greek / Roman people were like, yeah, I like Hermes and Anubis, they're similar enough. Let's put them together and worship them. Worship them as Hermanubis. Just like Thoth and put Thoth and Hermes together, and they put Hermes just loves to be fusion dance with other gods, seemingly. Although it seems only Hermanubis and Thoth.
Alhaitham figured you were probably with Tainari, so Gandharvaville was our first stop. But the Forest Watchers told us that you'd gone camping. Then, just as we were heading off to the campsite, we ran into Cyno. He said he was on a supply run. We exchanged a few words, and then he ran off.
Hold on. So what's the deal with that emblem you were talking about? The Temple of Silence, you said? What is that? Should we be worried?
Yes.
Is everything okay? Give me a second. Let me get Kale.
So you've never heard of the Temple of Silence? Well, to put it simply, it's an organization that has existed in Sumeru for over 1,000 years. These days, you can find a Temple of Silence office in the Academia. Theoretically, it's responsible for the custody and disposal of information and documents not fit for public dissemination. At least, that's what they tell the outside world. In truth, it's essentially a vestigial institution nowadays. There's an office with their name on it, but it's functionally obsolete. Historically speaking, the original Temple of Silence is said to have been established by
Hermanubis, let's go!
One of the 7 pillars of King Deshret, and the greatest of all sages.
Okay, so Hermanubis was not a god.
Organization's members
I get it. King Deshret was the god.
By contrast, none of the Academia Temple's current members are from the desert region.
Wonder
Nor do
who,
they use any symbols connected with the desert folk.
So the Temple of Silence at the Academia is just a fake? Wow.
It's possible. The real question is, why? My guess is they're covering something up.
So, how do you know all this? Sounds like some pretty top secret stuff.
Did you forget? He did a stint as acting Grand Sage, and kept the pay raise even after he resigned.
Oh, yeah! Paimon did totally forget about that. So you took the chance to read all the top secret documents while you were acting Grand Sage, huh?
Oh, wait, so Alhaitham's not acting Grand Sage anymore? I mean, yeah, it was never his thing. He never wanted to. He did it for a second. I was like, okay. Wait, isn't Al-Haytham acting Grand Sage during his quest? Then what, if that's the case, wouldn't that make sense? Yeah.
If you're asking me whether I familiarized myself with the documentation in my office, I would respond that that's a perfectly normal part of any job.
So much about this doesn't make sense. Why did
Wait, wasn't he active Grand Sage during his quest?
Letter from an academia student to Cyrus.
Yeah, this definitely takes place this actually takes place after Fontaine. But they want to make it accessible.
The student's only 16 and doesn't have any family ties to the desert. So where could he have seen that emblem or gotten the paper?
You said you
this
ran
is
into
well
Cyno,
again.
yes?
I prefer this. I prefer having less
us?
prerequisites. I prefer this having less prerequisites. But yeah, this quest definitely is like is definitely you did Fontaine. You did probably more than that. You did a bunch of stuff after Fontaine, and now we're here. Like.
Yep. He ran off as soon as he heard what we said.
Given that Cyrus is involved, he's probably halfway through solving the case by now. Still, we should try to catch up with him. At this hour of the night, Cyno will probably go looking for Cyrus at his current residence.
Honestly, these past two story quests feel more than feel more than just story quests. This kind of just feels like it could be a Sumeru Archon continuation. Like, especially Arlecchino's. Like, that really should be, like, an interlude. But it's not. It's just this.
If the Academia's Temple of Silence really does exist just to cover up the truth, the sudden appearance of this emblem can't be good, and sure to stir up trouble. We should pay a visit to the Academia.
But it's more so just some of that certain quests, especially. Arlecchino should have been like Wanderer. Like this also could be an interlude. Well, again, we're kind of too far to this being an interlude, but still.
Yes. As the Sage of Amorta, my master ought to know the truth about their office. You can ask him to tell you what he knows.
Yeah, it's got too much stuff going on.
The more information we have, the better prepared we'll be for whatever happens there.
If this situation is connected to the real Temple of Silence, the emblem has to be part of a bigger conspiracy.
Kale, could I trouble you to send a message to the Core of 30? Tell them to keep an eye out for Cyno and Cyrus. Traveler, Paimon, you two come with me. We'll go after Cyno.
This one also kind of feels like it seems bigger because I know it's like 3 hours.
Sounds like a plan.
Which is honestly nothing but like knowing that like things like for
Cyrus has been living
like
in
even
the city.
Chong-Li's I think Act 2 is not that long.
Field so we can keep an eye on his tomato plants.
Okay, right. Let's in the meantime we are gonna go and we're gonna find where but now I think they're pretty dead set on every new character gets a story quest. So therefore Arlecchino got a story quest. I'm down for that. I mean, it deserves it. I mean, I feel like they're honestly I hope they continue to keep these, make these have more content. But yeah, this kind of just feels like the Sumeru, like, this is the Sumeru, like, fan service quest. But, and it seems Nohito is nowhere to be found, and that's a shame. She's adorable. Okay. Big little baby. Okay, where is this, okay, maybe we shouldn't be prioritizing this one. Where is it? Is it here? Where is it? Is it on top? Is it on top of this thing? Which tree branch? Which one? In the sanctuary? Or Sumer's... Or, I don't see anything on a tree branch. We'll do this later. Unless... We'll do this later. Wait.
Here we are. This is the place.
We might be too late. Looks like nobody's home.
Wait, it is on set. Okay, we'll be back.
Cyno moves fast. If he was here, he's probably long gone by now.
I know that voice. Is that Tighnari I hear?
Oh my god, Zahadi's voice.
Ah! Professor Zahadi!
Wow, so it really is you. My goodness, whatever is going on tonight?
We're looking for Cyno. So, he's already been here.
Yes, not long ago, in fact. He knocked on my door and asked if I'd seen Cyrus
I feel like this
today
is
at
the
all.
first old lady I've seen in all of Sumeru.
I told him
feel like
the old
everyone's
fool
hot
left
here.
early this morning, and I hadn't heard him come back. So we went to his place, and would you believe it? He's gone. Goodness knows where to. It must have alarmed Cyno, because he took off in an awful hurry after that. He never did explain what this was all about. How serious is it?
Well, if Cyrus isn't at home... Oh, it sure doesn't sound good.
Professor, did you hear that a student recently tried to extort Cyrus?
Why, yes. When I left the house that day, I noticed he was watering his flowers in the field in complete silence. He had a piece of paper clutched in his hand. I could tell something was troubling him, but he wouldn't tell me what it was. If Cyno hadn't happened to visit him that day, he'd probably still be holding on to that thing. After seeing the letter, Cyno told him to contact the Corps of 30, but Cyrus was very reluctant.
Huh? Cyrus didn't want to report it.
As a former sage, it's possible Cyrus still has enemies at the Academia. That's why Cyno was so insistent that he report the matter to the authorities. I was there while they...
So Cyrus initially hoped to stop this from going public. But why?
Oh, damn.
Oh, dear. What on earth has that old fool gotten himself wrapped up in? Oh, I do hope he's not in danger. Oh, I almost forgot. Cyno left me this letter to pass on to you. He wrote it when he came by earlier. He realized you might come looking for him.
Thank you.
What does it say?
My friends, this is a rather complicated state of affair. Unfortunately, I cannot disclose more than that. You understand, except that I hadn't to act alone at this stage. Don't come after me. Well, we're gonna come after him.
My friends, this is a rather complicated state of affair. Unfortunately, I cannot disclose more than that. I ask you to understand and accept that I had to act alone at this stage. Don't come after me.
Yep, that sounds like Cyno. Thank you, Professor. Please do not worry. We will do all we can to protect both Cyno and Cyrus. Traveler, Paimon, let's head to the Academia and regroup.
Okay, we are getting Okay, it's on the right tree branch. It is on the right tree branch. I need to make you proud, Haiku. I need to make you proud. Wait, The right tree branch. Okay. No! No. Gonna make you pro. Okay. Okay. I'm waiting.
I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor.
Okay. Okay. Wait, our top one's on the tree branch. No, 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 no. Okay. Wait. Wait. Hey, I see it. I see it. I see it. Is that enough? No, 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 no!
Has my time come?
We're gonna make this work.
Go, Barbara, go!
Yeah, let's go with the tree branch. Where are we? No, now we're at the. Okay. 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 So this one right here. I think this one I've already gone and I think I've gone this one. Probably. Maybe I haven't. I honestly think I got this one. But okay. All right. I see it. I see the Dendroculus. We're coming home. No! No!
I feel a little weak.
Wait, I think I could just do... I think I could just... Mother... No. Okay, let's do this one more time. I'm going to... Wait, use it... Wait, what? Wait, okay. Wait, what? No. Go back. Okay. Okay.
Well, since you asked...
Yes! I didn't realize you could do... Oh. Okay. We're gonna get you to 70 eventually. Okay. Oh, she's pretty. What? Oh.
Who's our next target?
There we go. I did it. Oh, Shrine of the Death's Key. Let's go. Alright, have I made you proud? Alright, back to the quest. Are you proud? You're proud of me. Thank
You're here? I thought you were going after... Ah, I guess you lost their trail.
We went to Cyrus's house. No one was there. Cyno got there before us, but he was long gone by the time we arrived.
He didn't say where he was going?
No. He left us a letter and told us not to go after him.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Typical Cyno. Anyway, some updates on progress on our end. I drew the emblem from memory again, but in more detail this time.
I checked some ancient texts for a similar design. The one I found was a little blurry, but the similarities in the general form and certain details were clear enough to confirm a match.
Yeah, and we're lucky we found anything at all. It turns out the emblem was all but lost to history. We scoured the entire Academia collection, and that book was the only one with a record of the motif.
Meanwhile, Arav managed to get Uraka to disclose his source. The one who told him about Cyrus's embezzled funds was a young man from the desert. According to Uraka, he had a striking presence and was well educated.
It's Sethos.
Apparently, the two met in the tavern over a game of cards. The guy claimed to be in the city for business, as part of a merchant caravan. Uraka was intrigued when he heard what his new acquaintance had to say, and brought up the idea of extorting Cyrus for Mora. The guy encouraged him to go ahead with it, then handed him some pen and paper to write the letter.
I see. So it could be that this person planted the paper intentionally.
So, how do we find this guy? Did Uraka say where he is?
He doesn't know. He claims not to have seen him since that day in the tavern. The man gave him some tips on how to carry out the extortion, but from then on, Uraka was acting alone.
Nephis and Arav have gone to meet the Core of 30 and review the city's entry and exit records. Also, Nephis admitted that the Temple of Silence in the Academia is just a facade. The true Temple of Silence once came to the rainforest to establish a collaboration with the Academia, but as time went by, the sages gradually became corrupt and foolish. The Temple of Silence felt that they could no longer trust the Academia and ended the partnership. They retreated back to the desert about 400 years ago. Ever since its inception, the Temple of Silence has been the guardians of King Deshret's civilization and belief system. They traveled throughout Sumeru, sequestering and guarding any wisdom that posed a threat to the people's livelihoods. At its roots, it was a legitimate and reputable organization whose purpose was to guide people towards the right path.
The Academia of the day knew that the split would damage their reputation if it became a matter of public knowledge. And so, they set up a dummy organization of their own to conceal the truth.
Not only that, but they managed to keep up the charade for hundreds of years!
So how did Cyrus become acquainted with the true Temple of Silence if they left centuries ago?
I'll bet that's the question that bothered Cyno. Probably why he went after him in such a rush.
Whoever is behind this, getting Uraka to extort Cyrus was only the first step of the plan. Their true goal in doing so was for Cyrus to see the emblem on the letter.
He must have recognized it right away. That'll be why he didn't want to involve the authorities. He probably hoped to take care of the whole thing by himself.
Since the desert is where the Temple of Silence originated, that is in all likelihood where Cyrus went.
I have to go after him.
Really? Are you sure that's a good idea, with how you respond to the heat? Why don't we send someone else?
I should be fine, as long as I bring plenty of water. Besides, I just can't shake this ominous feeling that if we don't catch up to them soon...
Everyone, I have news from the Core of 30.
Master!
Oh, so that's Nefis, Tainari's master?
Nefis.
Oh, we're finally getting to meet him in person!
Is it Nefis or is it Nephis?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Traveler in Paimon.
This guy looks like he's on the Kool-Aid.
Several independent eyewitnesses have reported seeing Cyrus and Mahamatra Cyno leaving the city at different times. Both were heading in the direction of Caravan Rebat. I was going to suggest that you join forces with the Core of 30 in this case. However, as I'm sure you've already heard from Alhaitham and Kaveh, the Temple of Silence is involved. The Academia has made a number of decisions throughout history that I am ashamed to talk about. It may well be that no better choice was available to them, but those actions are nonetheless a stain on our legacy. I won't attempt to make you understand the Academia's perspective. Now is the time for action.
I understand where you're coming from, Master. But I'm afraid the situation might be more complicated than we thought. I think we need to keep a low profile, or risk making things worse.
Good point. If Cyrus is involved with the other side, or worse, if he's fallen into their hands... Everyone, we have to get Cyrus and Cyno back safely.
Need our help? Whatever you need, we got you covered.
Really? Wonderful. You have my most sincere gratitude. Arav and I will continue to follow up on the lead from Uraka.
Willy,
Kaveh,
fucking
Scribe
Willy
Al-Hakam,
Wonka.
I'd like to ask you to cover the duties of the House of Dana. Tighnari, you're planning to go into the desert, correct?
I am. Kaveh, I'll be okay. You stay behind to help Master and Al-Haytham.
Well, if you're sure.
Why does Kaveh always get sidelined? I barely had any time with Kaveh.
Thank you all.
I get I had to do his hangout, but barely had any time with Kaveh.
Don't forget to ask for help when you need it.
Will do. Let's go, Tighnari. Hopefully we can...
Knowing him,
he's like a
probably
fun
covered a fair
guy.
distance already, but we still have a shot. Let's take it.
Okay. I feel like this is a good time to stop, but there's a little bit more I want to do. Nephis. It's like we have both on our squad, Cyno and Tighnari, or Tighnari. Okay, I think after this. Oh my god.
Okay, we made it to Caravan Ribat. Maybe we should ask the nearby guards if they've seen anything.
Hold on. Look over there.
Is that Dia?
Dude,
You sure you want to?
this really is the whole quest.
I mean, it's your choice at the end of the day, but still.
It's not my first time.
Oh, Cyno.
I'll be fine.
And Candace.
Cyno.
If you're really going to go through with this, then at least take our advice. When you're packing for your trip, budget for 5 days more than you plan to spend out there.
Makes sense. Okay, I'll go get ready.
Thought we might find you here. You're trying to retrace Cyrus's steps, aren't you?
Didn't I tell you not to come after me? I thought I had a good lead on you.
Sorry, but we never agreed to that. Why would you go off on your own like this?
Nothing personal. It's just a complex situation. And I'd rather not involve anyone else if I can help it.
Takes a special kind of person to get Cyno chasing them all the way out to Caravan Rebot. But why so coy today, huh? You only gave us his age and description. Why can't you reveal his name? Is he Sumeru's most wanted or something? Oh, also, hey guys, it's been a while.
Dia and Candace! So nice to see you. Actually, seeing all of our friends is the whole reason we're here.
You're looking well. Glad to see it. Candace and I came to Caravan Rebot on business. We ran into Cyno as he was asking about some elderly gentleman's whereabouts. Some people say they saw him. Guess he stood out as an older guy heading into the desert alone with just a sumpter beast in tow and very few supplies. That's gotta be one heck of a story there.
Cyno, it's okay if you can't tell us anything about the case. But let us know how we can support you. We're here to help however you need. The more people we have working on this, the quicker we'll be able to find the person you seek.
No, it's not that simple. If I'm right, he'll be doing everything he can to avoid us.
We spoke with Zaha Hadid. From what she said, it's pretty clear that he wants to try and solve this on his own. It won't be easy trying to find him in the desert when he's deliberately trying to cover his tracks.
Sounds like this is far more complex than we imagined.
Still, if he started from Caravan Rebot, the chances are that his route took him past our village. You may as well ask if anyone there has seen him.
My thanks to you both. Once this is resolved, I will find a way to repay you.
Come on. No need to get all serious. Just buy a round of drinks next time we're all in the city or something.
That's a deal.
All right. So, you all set?
Yes, we'll handle it from here. Thank you again for your help. I don't take it for granted.
Alright, then we'll leave you to it. Just remember, if you change your mind and need some reinforcements, we'll be here.
And don't think you'd be imposing. You can depend on us.
Don't worry, we'll keep him out of trouble.
Cyno should count himself lucky that the Traveler and Tighnari got here when they did. What was he thinking, trying to play the lone hero?
The desert tests the character of all who enter it, and only those with wisdom and courage shall prevail. But take heart. With his companions by his side, no harm will come to Cyno.
No harm's gonna come to Cyno because he can 1v5. Wait, no, I keep on controllers. Well, that's I guess a good place to stop after this.
Hold on. There's a few things I'd like to clear up.
Go on.
So, after you left the campsite, we had a longer talk.
Clearly, we've only scratched the surface of the Temple of Silence question. It doesn't surprise me at all that the one in the Academia is a fake.
Do you have any connection with the Temple of Silence?
I do. I trust you're all aware of the spirit
that
gives me my power. Hermanubis, the original founder of the Temple of Silence.
So so Hermanubis was a person.
Unique constitution. I was put through a number of trials in the desert when I was younger. Later, I met the professor, and he brought me to Sumeru City. But my memory of that time is hazy. I can't recall much. It's a good thing that Kaveh noticed the emblem on the letter. Without that, I don't know if we would have connected the dots and realized there was more to this case than mere extortion. I did not recognize that symbol at all. Whether that's because I've never seen it, or because my memory fails me, it's hard to say.
Yeah, you're right. Thank goodness for Kaveh, and for Alhaitham's diligence during his time as acting Grand Sage.
But Cyrus must have recognized it right away, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't have had any qualms about you reporting it. Oh, maybe his connection to the Temple of Silence goes even deeper than yours.
I suspect so too. Professor has never once mentioned the Temple of Silence in conversation. And whenever the conversation turns to Hermanubis and the concept of spirit indwelling, he avoids going into any depth.
Well, speaking of avoiding things, you do realize, don't you, now that we've caught up with you, you're stuck with us for the rest of the way?
I am aware. And I have accepted it. Or rather, I don't see how I could manage to ditch you en route. So,
it's en route, damn it.
I might as well accept that you're coming with me.
That's right. Fact is, we're coming with you whether you like it or not. So the best option now is to try to look out for each other.
Fair enough. Then at least let me buy you a drink once we're back in the city.
Works for me. All right, off we go. Let's start by seeing what the guards here can tell us.
Hello.
Mahamatra Cyno?
I'm looking for someone. So I'd like to confirm any recent foot traffic in and out of Aru Village.
A man matching that description passed by Aru Village not too long ago. He stopped by to load up on food and water and feed his sumpter beast. Then he was on his way.
Where was he going?
Let me think. He took a seat by the entrance of the village for a while, and had a brief chat with the person who came to deliver the water. He said he was headed somewhere near an oasis. Do you have a map? I can mark out the direction he was heading and the best routes to any nearby oases.
I have one.
Great. There you go.
Thank you so much. You were a great help.
You've got a really good memory.
You're quite welcome. Just doing my job. Best of luck. I hope you find him soon.
sight.
Oh, it's just henna flute. There we go. There's the beetle. Okay. Okay. Think I went too off. Good night. Okay. Then I'm gonna stop it for now. Yeah. I'm gonna pass for now too. Alright. This was a nice stream.